Hey, what's up guys? Valley Flying here. I am back. Welcome to the channel. Hey, today I have the rest of the footage from my Vision Blitz, and I was planning to record all of day 2, put that in one video, all of day 3, put that in one video, but I didn't do very many battles during day 2 just because it's very busy. This was a busy weekend, Mother's Day. My kids has a jiu-jitsu tournament, so didn't get to edit it till right now. It is actually Monday and the Blitz is done, so let me show you guys what happened. I was ranked 435, and how many points did I have? Where's my point? Right there, 701. So I went kind of hard, didn't spend any power cores or anything. So that's all with just the Blitz token. So let me play the video here. I actually added this together, all the raw footage. Let me just hit play and then move this down right here so it's nice and easy to see. And at this point, my score was only 262,000 right now. I'm trying to get to that next milestone. This was after day 2 concluded, so this is actually the evening on Friday night that I did this battle right here, and just looking for easy opponents that I could get that multiplier higher and then start to score a little more. So what I'm trying to do in the beginning is just try to win to get that multiplier high, and then once that multiplier is high, I actually slow down a lot on the battles. The only reason I do more than one per refresh is because I'm trying to spend my energy, because they give you a bunch of energy. They give you 100 every day, and then every time they do the challenges, they give you a little bit more. So Quake right here during this battle was the biggest threat, so I'm just trying to take her out early on. And yep, I think Yondu is the next biggest threat, so I think that's who I go after next, although Thor's energy is running pretty low, so that could be a good target as well. Yondu just got his summons. Don't remember if I have a big AoE attack. Oh, it looks like I had a one of the, what do you call that? Oh, let me just move this up. There we go. Had a the air burst, the air shot, or whatever it's called. The big AoE from Hawkeye. Didn't do a lot of damage though. So that's what's going on. Everybody's pretty much dead. Almost the last remaining threat of Drax is there. There goes Yondu. There goes Black Widow, and Thor is done really soon. And then at just this point, I usually put it on auto when there's just one left. And there he goes. All right, so that was the last battle. This was actually Friday night. And then I woke up on, I believe this, so 285 is where I'm at now, past the milestone. I think I was looking for another battle. This was probably Saturday morning, if I remember correctly, this next battle right here, and I missed one of them. So and I forgot that I was recording. I was trying to adjust the volume on my phone. Forgot that I had turned the sound off. So there's no sound to this video. What you're hearing in the background is just the Nox video, if it's still going on. Yeah, so biggest threat right here I think is gonna be Yondu. Now this is a commander team. Anytime you see commander and a bunch of numbers, I believe that is an AI team, and these are relatively weaker teams. They don't have good composition. I don't know if they're built correctly, but at this point it looks like Bullseye is pretty much dead, so I think I'm going after him and get everybody with Quake. I think after Thor is gone, all the big threats are gone, so I think the good move was go after Thor right here. I forget what I do. Oh, I do go after Thor. There we go. And then Nebula is probably the bigger threat, but I think I might go after Ronin here just because his health is low. Yep, and I do. And we're just chipping away at these guys. This battle's pretty much done. I probably could have put it on auto at this point. Oh, there comes a message. So actually, this was probably after the jiu-jitsu tournament, because that was one of my friends congratulating, because my girls did pretty good in that tournament. Came home with a bronze and a silver medal. And that was that battle. So probably that battle that I recorded was not from the evening. And this one was probably later in the day on Saturday. So I probably got that incorrect with the narration earlier. The first battle was probably from Saturday morning. That second battle that you saw was probably from Midday on Saturday, and I think I missed one of the battles. Yeah, let's just see what happens here. Quake is a big threat here. Rocket is a big threat. And obviously Gamora is a big threat. Black Widow, once the team is gone, she doesn't pose a huge threat. Her main thing is that speed up. And she has a few other skills that are really good as well, but that speed up is really the one that could wreck your team. Oh, there goes... Who was that? Was that Hawkeye? I can't remember who I had there. I think it was Hawkeye that I put in that spot there. Alright, and as soon as Gamora is dead, the threat is pretty much gone. Black Widow is a great character, but on her own, she does not do a lot of damage, so not a big threat. She does have that stun, though. And I have taken out 2 characters when I just had Black Widow left, so she can do some damage, but at this point, we just got Drax left, and this is on auto. And I don't remember the order of all these battles, so this was probably an afternoon on Saturday. And almost done. Not sure why I keep playing this instead of putting this on auto, just to speed it up. But that is what we're doing here. Alright. Next. Here's one of those commander ones. Every time I see that, I go after that. You got some real odd setups here on this. And I don't remember when this battle was, but this is not a very strong team. Karath has a killer move in the beginning that he could do heal block. But of course, this team doesn't have any healers. Yondu can summon a healer, but Karath is not as big of a threat. I think he is more of a threat on raids. And actually, Captain America either blocked it or resisted it there. Didn't see what it said there. But he did not get a heal block from Karath's big move. No real threats on this team. I mean, Elektra does some damage. Karath does some good things. But this is not a team I'm worried about here. And again, this is one of the AI teams. They're not as well built. Don't have as much synergy as a person's team that you would face in Arena. So... I mean, in Blitz. So I highly recommend going after one of these teams that has a weird composition if you ever run across them. I tend to get towards tier 8 is when I start to see a lot of these weird teams because, you know, they have to have it at the higher level. And then there's actually no threats here already. Nebula is a little bit, but Ronan, not a big threat. And as far as damage, Luke Cage is not a huge threat that I'm trying to look at. There goes his taunt. So, oh, he actually sidestepped that. I like that animation that when they dodge, they're actually dodging. Vision's dodge, actually, he does that phase shift and goes right through his body there. And we're almost done with this one. Yeah, I would kill Nebula, but I can't get that taunt off of Luke Cage. He probably has a lot of damage there. I mean, a lot of resistance there. And we're almost done. Now I can finish off Nebula. And actually choose to speed everybody up there. Now we got it. Alright, so probably finish off Luke Cage because he's low on health. And then going to Ronan. And again, once Ronan's last, he's probably auto at this point. I'm not sure why I'm not autoing these battles here. But after this one, my score goes up to 362. That's about 20. So I'm getting about 27,000 per battle there. And I reached the milestone, so I went in and collected that. Let's see. I think I'm choosing a team at this point. Looking for a weird one. This one is probably the weakest. Again, here's one of those commander battles. And if I'm not mistaken, I know it's very similar to the team. Alright, so, yeah, it's a different team. But, yeah. Here we go. Gamora is a threat. Winter Soldier, he does his big move right at the start. So, I don't know if he's necessarily a threat that you have to worry about. Because after that big move, it does go on cooldown. So, you have a little time to focus on that. There's his big move. Almost took out Captain America and got him a heal block. I'm gonna guess just by the health Captain America dies at this point. I don't have a, I don't remember when this battle was though. I'm guessing this might have been late sometime on Saturday, but I could be wrong. There we go. Just trying to take them all out. At this point, I would say either Winter Soldier or Karath is a big threat. Thor's AoE is also something you have to take into account, but he is pretty slow. Right now he has blind on him, so not gonna. Now it's all off. All right, and I think I'm going off to Karath, then Nebula, just because of health, and I think I have enough health that if he does hit me with his AoE, we will survive. Oh, and yes, we did. Everybody is stunned though, but he is a pretty slow character, and after that move, he doesn't offer much just because of his speed. If he has Black Widow or someone helping him with a buff, or someone helping him like Captain America to give him energy, he's a much stronger character, but on his own, very slow, and his moves have a lot of cooldown. Alright, so we're up to 389 after that battle. Let's see who I pick. Oh, this is a very weak team. Another one of those commander teams. I think I end up fighting this team a few times in a row because they're so weak. And that's another tip. If you find a weak team that you keep running into, and you're probably going to get more of those on those tier 8s because you're at the max of how high it could go, the max points. Yeah, fight that team. You know, fight the weak team if you can. There's no reason to go. I mean, unless you're trying to experiment with something, there's no real reason to go for a higher level team. Other than probably their points, but you know, I'd rather face a team like this that's pretty weak. After I took out Gamora, Hawkeye still has a little threat. He's not a big damage guy though. He can debuff my team and screw him up. Alright, so Gamora's gone, just working on Hawkeye at this point. And then once we got Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and Hulk, it's pretty much game over. Hawkeye can still do a little bit of control, but let's see what happens. Oh, he doesn't even touch Hawkeye, man. I think it's because that blind. I can't remember. I wasn't paying too much attention to it, but he might have been blinded. Obviously, you could rewind and see what went on there, but didn't even touch Hawkeye there. All right. So just working on Iron Fist. He already did his big Iron Fist move. Didn't connect with anybody, so he's pretty much useless at that point. Jessica Jones is really good supporting her character, but she's not a big damage dealer either. And Hulk has that big attack, but that's pretty much it. He's just there kind of to soak up damage. So this right now is on auto here. And there we go. So again, some of these battles, I know some of you guys were commenting on my tactics, especially with Gamora, but with some of these battles, once I have it in hand, I'm not paying too much attention. And some of these, I'm going really, really quick, so I'm not paying too much attention as I'm battling it. This is definitely a tougher team, man. There's a bunch of different ways. Right, but I think I'm thinking about fighting this team. I don't remember if I fight. Oh, that is the team I choose. All right, so there's a few issues with this team that you could run across if you're playing it. Kingpin has that offense and defense up. Black Widow has that speed up. You got some minions that could summon from Yondu plus his big AoE. Black Panther could get on a big roll and take out your team. And then Thor has that AoE with the stun. So a lot of threats here going on. So it looks like I'm working on Yondu at this point, and there's that big defense up and offense up. Luckily I got blind on at least two guys, Yondu and Kingpin. I want to try to remove the bus. My battery was almost dying. I was worried that it would crash on me. So actually go and plug it in at one point. I think in another battle you see it go down to 10%. So this may have been the evening, another one of the evening ones on Saturday evening. And I was watching the UFC fights and doing these battles at the same time. Alright, so Kingpin got his summons, and yeah, I thought this was a good battle because of so many different threats. But I think I did a good job of neutralizing it. Unfortunately, I don't remember exactly what was going through my head when I played this battle. So yeah, just trying to get him done. And then Thor is the next biggest threat. Kingpin on his own is not a huge threat, but in a team, he's kind of like one of those support characters. When you put him in the right team, he could really buff them and make them super strong. But yeah, just on his own, he's not a big threat. Doesn't do a lot of damage. He can buff the whole team. That buff is huge, and you get a potential for a team attack. And then he summons those minions, but those minions pretty much die easily. Alright, so he has offense down now. Where's that crit down? It's a debuff, regardless, but there we go. And we're up to about 442 after that battle. So yeah, getting about 24 to 26 each battle. Getting 26 on this one. This is a commander one. That was a kind of a weak team. That one could be tricky. I think this will be the easiest team. Again, I'm looking for these commander ones with all these numbers. They're not well built. And again, the AI strategy is not as good as a human strategy. It's taking me a little longer to fight this, to pick this battle. But I eventually picked that team. And big threat right now, Rocket and Crossbones are the two big ones. You got a single target from Elektra, and down the road you're going to have that AoE from Thor. But because he's slow and nobody giving him speed, it's not something I'm worrying about right now. Captain America can give him energy, but the AI's Captain America usually does that shield throw on the first turn. So right now the big worries are Rocket and Crossbones. And giving everybody, or giving some people offense up. And I think the right move now is to kill Rocket and then go after Crossbones. But I stunned Captain America with Black Widow, and I think that was to avoid his Inspire. Inspire is a tough move. And now I think the right move is to go after Crossbones here. Yep, and that's what I do. Slowing him down. There's that Inspire. I'm glad I took out Rocket before he got that off. I just gotta worry about that big move from Crossbones, Detonate. If he gets that off, my guys might survive, but there's still a bunch of threats. Elektra could go on a run too. Thor has an AoE as well, so I need to take out Crossbones before he does that Detonate, and I think I got it. Yep, I got it. There's the big one from Thor, but it didn't do too much damage, and we took out Black Widow, or who was that? Jeez, I'm not remembering. We took out their other person there, and then just a matter of time, Captain America's dead. Alright. So we're up to about 369 is what I saw. And collecting another tier, just waiting for that milestone 14. And this is the same team that I faced. And I think I faced them again because they're so weak. I think I'm deciding, should I face the same team over and over again? Yes. If they're a weak team like this, face them over and over and over and over again. Again, it's pretty much the same strategy on this battle. Gamora goes first, then Hawkeye, and then at that point, doesn't matter. I think at this point, at this battle, I focused on Jessica Jones before Iron Fist, just to change it up. But when you got Hulk, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist, I don't think it really matters. There goes Gamora. Hawkeye should be coming out soon. Got to get that taunt off. And it should be coming off soon. There it is. Alright, so this battle's pretty much over at this point. Even when Iron Fist connects, seems like it should do way more damage. I think they should add piercing or something to that attack. They definitely need to rework Iron Fist's kit because he's not very strong. And again, with this attack, just these guys aren't big attackers. So the threats are gone. And there goes the auto. And I actually took out Iron Fist before Jessica Jones. I was actually incorrect in my memory. Oh, there's a comment that came up while I was playing this. Alright, so almost at 500. 600 is what I need for the next tier. Oh, there's that team that we faced earlier. There's another team we faced earlier, and another commander team. So the choice of the weakest team, and I think this is the team that I choose because they are the weakest. I keep going after this team. So I'm not sure if I'm facing those, if everybody that gets to tier 8 gets to those, or if it's just that this team that I'm using is about 100,000 in power, and then the teams that I'm going up against are about 130. So I'm wondering if maybe if once you get to tier 8, you get a lot of these random teams, or it's just that there's not a lot of teams that go above 130, so they're making up these AI teams just to make it to give you some competition here. But again, same strategy over and over again, going after Gamora, and this might be the battle that I go after Jessica Jones first, just because she has a little less health. Again, either one. Hawkeye, probably, if you're just using logic, is the harder target. And man, if he did Iron Fist move and he went and kicked Thor. Yeah, Iron Fist kit really needs a lot of work. There's that big attack from Hulk, but again, not that big when it actually does the damage. And Hulk's almost done. It's on auto at this point. And there it is. So up to about 522 at this point. And just using up my energy here because I think this... Oh, there's that team again. Oh, I choose not to fight him. I think I fight this team just to make it interesting. Again, not a very well-built team. You got a big damage with Rocket. No real way to protect her. I guess the thought was that with Drax and Night Nurse, they could effectively protect Rocket, but when you could remove that taunt from Drax right off the bat, and then if he taunts again, you can remove that. It's not a really good way to protect Rocket. In a all Guardians team, Rocket I think is going to be very, very squishy. But again, you'll have Groot in a full Guardians team as well. But yeah, once Rocket is down from this team, it's pretty much over. Oh, there comes some heal from Night Nurse, but still working to remove that taunt from Drax. Got it off, and now it's starting to go after Rocket. And he's taking a while to kill. I actually lost one of my guys while waiting for him to kill, so they're actually up. There goes Rocket, and now the team starts to fall apart. Just got to take out Nobu. Then Night Nurse would probably be the next target because she is almost dead. There goes Nobu. Spider-Man's in the yellow. And do I go after the weak one? Yep, I go after Night Nurse because she's almost dead. Spider-Man, still a little bit of a threat, but at this point, we're up 4-1. Captain America's almost dead on my end. And not much. And there should the auto kill. Yep, there it is. Drax is pretty much done at this point. And there is the next battle. We're up to, what, 548 now. So a few more battles here. And if you look at the Blitz energy, I have 445 left. Trying to get that to under 400 so I could collect that rewards for the day for clearing the villain missions. Alright, threats here. I guess Daredevil's the biggest threat. Oh, there's my battery's almost dead. So at this point, I'd go and plug this in. I think I was in the middle of watching the fights. Didn't want to miss anything, so didn't want to get up and plug it in. But I think I do plug it in, so I don't lose the power. Didn't want it to crash in the middle of the game. Alright, so Daredevil's almost done. There he's done. So not Black Widow, Nebula and Bullseye are the two threats, and I think Bullseye is a little more of a threat, so I go after him first. Comes Iron Fist. Oh, he actually connected with Cap that time, but didn't do a lot of damage. Alright, so we got a slow or a buff remove. I went with the buff remove, it looks like, to get that off of Nebula. She had a lot of buffs on her at that point. And here comes an AoE from Thor. And there's the big one. And we got 2 blinds out of that. And we just go finish Nebula off. She can still do some damage. Has some survivability. Chain that to finish off Iron Fist. And now it's just auto. Finishing up Kingpin. Again, when he's not surrounded by a team of strong guys, he doesn't do a lot. But that could be just because the AI is playing him wrong. I got 571 at this point, and got a few more battles because I end up a little over 700. And we're getting 23, 24, so a little lower. This is kind of an interesting team here. Again, it's one of those commander teams, so probably not as well built. And then with the way the AI is, they're not a very strong team. All right, so big threats. I'm looking at Iron Man for the big threat. He does his AoE right on turn 1, usually, because I think it's available at turn 1. And it should be coming soon. There we go. Alright, so that's out of the way. He still has his big Unibeam, a big single target attack. But at least his big AoE attack is out of the way. It's not a huge AoE attack, but it does do some damage. If you look at my team, they're all a little lower on health because of that Iron Man. I'm not sure if this is a battle that I have to come back from. I know there's a couple that I actually almost lost. And Iron Man's blinded. That's good if he does his Unibeam. And yeah, Iron Man I think is the bigger threat right here. Because that Unibeam can do some damage. He's in the charge mode. Oh, he missed with the Unibeam. I'm not sure who he was aiming at. I think he was aiming at Quake. So actually took out Black Widow before, not Black Widow, Black Panther before Iron Man. Now he's got a counterattack, but he doesn't do it. Alright. Almost done. Nobu's one of those support characters as well. Doesn't have a huge attack, but he can call people to help him. Alright, so 595, almost at 600 here. And I guess I'm just using this energy because I'm finding these weaker opponents. We're now about 2,400 for each battle, or 24,000 for each battle. Another weak team, so just picking these weak teams off, getting lucky finding them. You know, I don't really see a huge threat here. Korat's gonna get his big move off on turn 1, but after that, it's kind of tough for him. I'm trying to reduce his speed, reduce all his buffs as much as possible. See if I could get in a stun somehow before he does that, but he got it off on Cap. Cap is now heal block. So I could either keep focusing on Korath or shift to Bullseye. Main reason I'm not super familiar with his kit, and I know he does do single target damage, so I'm not sure of the order of everything on Bullseye. So a lot of times if I'm not sure of a character, I'll focus on them if I know that they can do some damage, and I know Bullseye can do some damage. Just gotta get that taunt off of Luke, and there it goes. Now I can focus on Korath and Bullseye again. Coming back to this side of the map. Thor got him with his AoE. I just gotta take out Korath. Nope, doesn't do it. Doesn't do it. There we go. Alright, so not a lot of threats at this point. You still get lucky with something, so I'm still playing it. Haven't went to auto yet on this one. And trying to see if I can get some blinds there. Got Hulk and Nobu. Nobu's dead though. And again, just on auto at this point. When there's two tanks, I usually just go to auto just to kind of save time because the AI can go a lot faster than I can with the moves. And yeah, even if they're not making the best decisions, they're still pretty much gonna win. And I think it still saves time. All right, so it's 620 on that battle, and here's where I think I stopped for the day, but I collect a bunch of stuff here. Let's see. All right, so here was my medical supply run from Sunday. So this is on a Sunday. Use the last one, and we're up to 620, and we have 230 blitz points left. Looking for an opponent. Not sure if I want to use that 150. What am I doing at this point? I'm not sure what this battle was. Looking at Hawkeye. Oh, I'm collecting more energy. So I'm doing Hawkeye's Villain 1-9 missions so I could get the energy, which I'm going to show you in the daily objectives. You get these villain missions, you get 100 more Blitz energy. So now I go back to the Blitz energy and trying to see if I could clear this out before the end of the day. Get Yondu back in there to save a little bit of the energy there. So I'm actually using 120 instead of 150. And where am I? I'm at 627. I've already passed the milestone and just trying to get as much points as I can because I'm not sure at this point what it's going to end with. And this is a team that I've fought before as well. You know, so a lot of these battles are going to be the same because I meet the same AI opponents. Again, same thing. Big threat right here is Rocket. After Rocket's gone, then it's pretty much done. But I'm just waiting for something. Maybe I walked away, got water or something. I'm not sure why this battle is going on this long. Alright, so now we start it. And speed up with Black Widow. Remove the taunt with Hawkeye, and then got that Inspire and that taunt with Captain America. So just trying to take out Rocket right here. Rocket got that heal, but now he's stunned, so he can't attack. Just trying to chip away at his energy there. Took away his offense up, and he's down along with the minions from Nobu. And at this point, this battle's pretty much over. Probably kill Night Nurse again before Spider-Man, but I don't remember if I switch it up just for the sake of switching it up. Let's see. Yep, finish off Night Nurse. So I like to pick off those weaker opponents just to give myself an advantage. Right now it's 5-on-3. Nobu's almost down, so probably finish him off first and then go after Spider-Man. And it's just the auto at this point. There's the button. And that's it. And I think I actually missed the next battle. I'm at what does that say? 646 after that battle. And going in. And right now it's 673. So I think I missed recording one battle there. But it was probably a very similar battle. Again, I look for the easy ones here when I'm fighting these guys. And what do we got here? Luke Cage. I have it on 1 for a little while. I need to get it on 3 speed. But threats. Quake is a threat. Rocket's a threat. Gamora is a single target threat. So the big ones are Quake and Rocket. At that point, then you can focus on Gamora. And then I'm not even worried about Drax and Luke Cage. I'm just trying to avoid their taunts or remove their taunts as they do them so I could attack some of these more dangerous targets. Quake is dangerous because of course she applies slow. The good thing with the AI, the AI does not use her correctly and target that slow correctly. And then she has that big AoE attack. Rocket has a decent single target attack and he has a big AoE attack, so I want to kill him before he gets those off. Gamora, I mean, she does a lot of damage, but when the AI uses her, she's not that much of a threat compared to some of these other guys. Because like myself, the AI doesn't use it correctly. But I'm paying a little more attention to Gamora now to time those moves correctly. There, Rocket's down, and we just start focusing on Gamora, and at that point it's just going to be an auto clear. Calls up the minions there, and alright, it's just done. Took out Gamora, and it's just auto now. Looks like the AI is going after Drax first. Has a targeting on, doesn't always work for me though. Sometimes you should be able to target the character that you want when you're in auto, but it doesn't always work for me. So that was the last battle. I missed one of them in the middle, but that got me over 700,000. At that point I stopped. I didn't want to use the rest of my Blitz tokens. I'd probably start going into power cores at that point. And that was it. This is the Blitz winner, and yeah. I don't know exactly what score he is. I haven't checked on Reddit yet to see what the #1 person scored, but It looks like there is a bug right now. I can't see everything. But yeah, ended with that 701 and got rank. What was it again? I don't remember. It was 400 something. I don't know. Whatever. But that is it. That is it for the Blitz video. So you saw all my battles except for one. I know some of them are very repetitive because I kept fighting the same teams. But that's it. That's a full or almost full time of Blitz. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know how you guys did as well. If you got any Vision Shards or if you got a Mega Orb and what you pulled. Vision is an okay character, but honestly would much rather have a Mega Orb and gotten lucky with someone like Black Widow or Kingpin or someone like that. Yeah, let me know. I will see you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. More videos coming. Working on another episode of building the perfect team, and that should be coming up next. I'll see you guys next time. Valley Flying out.